Sufficiently smelling like a haunted manor. Oh, hello. Welcome to Backlog and Chill with me. I am your host, Pasami. We are playing the Séance of Blake Manor today, a supernatural detective mystery set in 1897 Ireland, where you investigate the disappearance of Evelyn Deane in a remote hotel full of secrets and otherworldly occurrences. So, obviously, I am in a very spooky mood lately. I just finished playing Strange Antiquities, and if you've played Strange Antiquities before and finished the game, you know that there are X number of possible endings, and it seems that I got ending 6, which is essentially your ending is based on the decisions that you've made throughout the game. I want to have some time pass before I play the game again because it's always interesting to see like after some time if my decision making will stay the same or change, and then I want to see like what other endings are available, obviously. But really love Strange Antiquity. Actually playing Hotel Dusk on Nintendo DS. It's a game that came out in the early 2000s. I've already played it several times. It was actually kind of cool seeing my game saves while starting up Hotel Dusk again and seeing my last game save was 2009. But I find a lot of similarities between that game and this game, The Seance of Blake Manor. We are a detective or an investigator in this case in Blake Manor, where you go to a hotel and you're essentially interviewing the guests and you're trying to figure out where the whereabouts of a missing person. But just based on my small amount of time playing already, I have a lot to say about the Seance of Blake Manor, mainly how kind of over engineered the mystery and hypothesis tools that we use. So we'll get into it, I'm sure, as we hack away at my backlog here. I definitely want to finish this because this is actually a very well loved game. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews, and I've only heard great things about it. So I want to finish the game and give it the attention it deserves. But yeah, I'm in a very spooky mood. I want to play this game. I do want to share a few other things that's been attributing to this spooky mood that I'm in, which is very strange because, like, normally I would play scary games or have like a horror movie marathon during the month of October, obviously, but March seems to be a spooky time for me. One, I am reading this book called Wilde's Encyclopaedia of Faeries. And this book was recommended to me because I love the Travis Baldry's Legends and Lattes books. I actually think the third book is might be one of my all-time favorite fiction novels. I think it's just so wholesome and sweet. It makes me cry. But I wanted a similar kind of cozy and wholesome in tone, and I wanted to kind of read about another like feel-good adventure type of story. And someone recommended this book. However, I think it's less feel good and more, it's kind of creepy. Like fairies in general, right? Like just folklore around fae and fairies and kind of like the dark side of fae magic and kind of the unknown side of, the different planes that fairies exist and that all that kind of stuff. The way that this book is written is very clever. I actually really like it because it's in like the format of a diary. It's sufficiently scary, like the way that these forest folk are described. Like she describes a brownie as like, kind of disappearing, in front of the leaves by just turning its head, and otherwise it just looks like a branch. You could find these stories of like children going missing, being kept under this like spell that's hard to break out of and that sort of thing. And like she even describes a fairy changeling, which is like so creepy. So anyway, this is contributing to my spooky mood lately. I highly recommend this book. I'm 180 pages in, but I know I'm gonna finish it and love it. And I also wanted to help with some immersion if you will. Just bear with me for a little bit. I had this kooky idea of pairing fragrances with video games to kind of create this like immersion experience. We could be kind of into a game for hours on end. And I feel for me that it leaves me in this like state of unawareness, right? Like I'm not really connected with my body. I'm not really connected with where I am. I'm fully like engrossed in this game that we're playing, right? That's a pretty common phenomenon. You're playing a game, you're kind of putting all your thought processes into it. You're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. That's pretty common. However, what I noticed while playing Strange Antiquities is I was wearing this fragrance, and I'll describe it to you in a minute, but I was wearing it thinking like, man, this is the perfect pairing. Like it's kind of adding to the immersion of the shop. Like I was a thaumaturge's assistant or thaumaturge's apprentice, and I was making these recommendations of all of these like really spooky objects and antiquities. And I imagined it being in a place like that, kind of wearing a fragrance like this, or maybe the shop smelling this way. So I want to make a couple of recommendations just based on some games that I played on this channel. But maybe as I formulate my thinking a little more, maybe I'll make a separate video on just pairing fragrances with video games and like kind of sharing my recommendations. So while playing Strange Antiquities, I was wearing this lovely fragrance by this perfumer called Amphora Perfume. And they make some really complex, lovely, strange types of perfumes. And I have this sample of Sublimate. And the category is a fresh gourmand. So it's a fresh gourmand scent with notes of frozen apple slices. So providing that like fresh type of scent. Ooh, fresh and sweet, like so zingy and sweet. Dried rose petals, candied velvets, marshmallow, cashmere, and white musk. Like I feel like the musky scent and the cashmere adds to that like weird old smell, like an old book, an old object, a thrift store maybe. But the frozen apple slices, like that top note is so nice. Like it keeps it like nice and fresh. So like even if you're playing a game like Strange Horticulture, like this would add to that like immersive experience because it has that like fresh herby scent to it as well. So as I was playing Strange Antiquities, this is the scent I was wearing. So it kind of like grounded me, right? Like I could spend hours playing Strange Antiquities, but because it smells so good in here and I smell so delicious, like it allowed me to like ground myself in like reality, and it really like kind of adds to the whole experience. And again, like I'm really big on giving attention to whatever media I'm consuming. So if I'm consuming video games, for example, like I want to like experience it. I want to experience the music. I want to experience the animation. I want to experience the story. But like adding a like fourth layer of fragrance, highly recommend. Now, another recommendation is from a perfumer called Séance. How perfect. Séance for the Séance of Blake Manor. So I met these folks at a horror film convention in Long Beach, and they were the only perfumer that I found there. There's a ton of vendors, but I immediately was drawn to them because I was like, hey, like respectfully, you guys smell like dirt. Like you smell like a cemetery, and I'm into that. Like I want to smell like a mossy tree, if you will. I want to smell like paper and fountain pen ink. So they like they deliver. They absolutely deliver on that like spooky type of sense. It certainly isn't for everyone. Like this and there's a huge range of scents. So like you may be familiar with like just a normal Egyptian musk, right? Egyptian musk is pretty well known. So they have a scent called Canopic, which I have the perfume oil. I mean, so musky, so mysterious, and they're so cool. They have this, I don't know if they still sell it, but they have this cute case for their perfume oils. And in the case is a mirror. So then you could like take it with you and, store your perfume safely at the bottom of your bag. Has cute little embellishment. But the thing that I would probably recommend, just if you're a big fan of samples, they have this amazing deal. You could get this library of scents, essentially a sample pack. So you have a little bit of every single fragrance, or practically every fragrance that they sell. So just as an example, I use these cards. What are these called? It's like gift tag cards. And I'll write down the name of the fragrance and then the notes. And then I'll just put a little bit of the fragrance oil on it. So for the Séance of Blake Manor, I have two recommendations. I have the Sad Hour, and the top notes is figs. Oh my god, figs, fern, salt, and lily. It's sweet. It smells like concrete. This is really good. It's called the Sad Hour. So this one I would recommend. It's very creepy. And then Nosferatu. I mean, Nosferatu smells like incense and incense, dripping candle wax, stone walls, rose wine, and strawberry. Now, Nosferatu is very creepy. I think the strawberry makes it smell so like so strange. Yeah, like definitely vampire vibes for this one. The incense is wild because it's like, okay, you're getting smoky, you're getting wine, it's a little sexy. Yeah, no, it's like it's really creepy. So, I mean, I have a bunch. Like they're an amazing perfumer, but I would say like again, like respectfully, it smells like dirt. Those are my two recommendations. So, like anything from Seance, I would say, but specifically, I would say Nosferatu and The Sad Hour by Seance Perfumes pairs really well with the Seance of Blake Manor, although my opinion may change the more I play this game, just depending on the context. But super creepy, I think it pairs well with these like kind of musky scents. And then Strange Antiquities, I think Sublimate is like it's so good. It's so good. Pairs nicely. Yeah, so thanks for bearing with me. I've already played the first day of the Seance of Blake Manor. And my first impressions is I was getting a little tired of all of the tutorials. And I hope like as I continue to play that I'm through with all of the tutorials, because with a game like Hotel Dusk, for example, it didn't really give you like instructions, like so much to lean on, it just really popped you into the hotel and you would interview the guests of the hotel and you'll just like investigate items that's kind of left around. But this game really over engineers that entire process, and I hope I got through the tutorial and then it'll just be easier. The kind of games that I like is to just play and figure it out, right? I like games that take care of you, like maybe eventually if I get stuck or whatever, that, we will get some systems in place that will kind of push you along the storyline. But, oh, first impressions, I, 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 I did not like having to deal with all the tutorials. Anyway, let's just get started. I have a little bit of Sublimate, which is the first perfume I talked about by Amphora Perfume. And then I have a little bit of Seance's The Sad Hour. So that's the figs, fern, and salt and lily on. So I'm sufficiently smelling like a haunted manor. So let's get started. All right, so it is day 2. It's 8:08. It's in the morning. I see down here we're in the hotel, or the manor. I see down here that must be the manager. I don't know who this guy is, so let's go ahead and talk to him.
Un moment. Monsieur? You
Oh,
will
yes.
be Declan Ward, correct?
Declan Ward. He's me. I'm playing Mr. Ward. He is the investigator.
Allow me to even the playing field. I am
Okay.
Etienne Toussaint, a debunker
Etienne
of
Toussaint,
fraudulent mystics.
a debunker of fraudulent mystics. He's going to come in handy because there is a séance that's scheduled to happen at Hotel. I was going to say Hotel Dusk, not Hotel Dusk. Blake Manor. So there's a grand seance that's scheduled to happen. And in the first day, I checked into the hotel. I saw this creepy lady outside. Just to give you an overview, I saw this creepy lady outside at the fountain. So obviously there's some folklore happening. Hello, like this is why I'm getting those spooky vibes this month because we are reading an encyclopedia of fairies. We are learning about folklore in Ireland. Like this is the mood right now. But anyway, in the first day, we met the manager. The manager tells us that the telegraph wasn't working. So that was the first puzzle that you encounter. You had to fix the telegraph. So I did that. I checked into my room and then proceeded to have the most wildest dreams. Oh my god, he's creepy. I love. Oh, oh my god, not Rosemary's Baby. And now it's the next morning, and we're talking to Etienne Toussaint, a debunker of fraudulent mystics. Okay, let's go.
And it's the topic of fraud I wish to speak with you on.
Okay, so fraudulence. Okay, well, let's talk about it. Mr. Ward, searching out fraud must be easy work at an event such as this. In what way, monsieur? It's a seance. Surely everyone involved in running it is a charlatan and the rest naive fools. So the Mr. Ward is a type of godly man. He's a man of God. So I feel like he's truly going to be tested during this game. I mean, the previous night we had some wild, dark dreams, and then I'm sure the seance is going to make him question his reality a little bit. Contraire, monsieur, many of the guests are true magical practitioners, but at a gathering such as this, there is likely to be somebody looking to take advantage of the more vulnerable attendees, those who merely believe. Sure. Okay. Many here claim to have true magical abilities. Okay, let's discuss. Excuse me, but did you say there are people here who think they can perform magic? No. I said there are people here who can perform it. You are, I know, not of this scene, but believe me when I tell you, magic, rituals, ghosts, it's all real. It is hard, of course, and expensive in what it takes, so it's not commonplace. Easier for some to fake. Okay? This is ridiculous. To you right now, maybe, but you are here now and you will see many unexplainable things. Okay, you're confusing. I'm confused by you. You suspect someone then. I believe most attendees are legitimate practitioners, but yes, I have my suspicions. Okay, so I do have a problem. I do have a problem with being interrupted. Like this is why I'm not publishing my first hour of playing this game because I do not like constantly being interrupted by tutorials, right? So like I'm still I'm still in the middle of this discussion with Mr. Toussaint. And then this pop up happens. So let's see. Attendees and staff have their own problems to be solved. Solving these mysteries will help you uncover more about their relationship with Deane. So that's Evelyn Deane, the person who's missing, and their own reasons for attending the seance. You have gained enough evidence to solve Mr. Toussaint's hypothesis. After solving the hypothesis, confront Mr. Like, not to be whiny, but like, isn't that obvious? Like, isn't that obvious? I don't want to like, okay, here's my bias. It's because like I've played games like this, but man, like, wouldn't this game be more mysterious if you just allow the player to figure that out? You know? whatever. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. And then all these little pop-ups, you can't see it right now, but like there's every time I'm discussing calm down. I'm good. I'm discussing the case. I'm getting to know Mr. Toussaint. And meanwhile, I'm getting all these pop-ups over here. It's like instead of the pop-ups in the game, let the player, get informed themselves. I have pop-ups in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway, let's continue. I believe most attendees are legitimate practitioners, but yes, I have my suspicions. My intent is to gain the proof that will discredit them. Let's just form our hypothesis. Like, that's too much. Okay, so this is what bothered me during the tutorial. It's so incredibly over-engineered. Like, why do we need an entire skill tree of evidence and hypothesis? Like, what game did this really well? There was this game called, it was something really cute. It was like the Duck Detective game, where it was very similar. Like you're just talking to people, and then as just as a player, as someone who's interested in mysteries and detective work, we don't want to do all this. Like, what is this? Like, okay, profile Mr. Toussaint. Fraud. He suggested that there may be frauds at the event. Proof. Proof is needed to declare that somebody is a fraud. Like, ugh, these are all things like, bro, like, you're playing a detective game. If you can't connect those dots, then you shouldn't be playing. Okay, let's see. Let's make our hypothesis. And like, I'm certain I had more discussion. Like, I'm certain I still had more dialogue with him, right? I think so. But like, I already have the words needed to formulate a hypothesis. So Mr. Toussaint's goal is to coerce me into investigating. No, coerce me into investigating a guest guest for fraudulence. Yes.
It seems Mr. Toussaint is here on a witch hunt and intends to.
Oh no, I'm just like skipping dialogue at this point. So let's confront him. Your goal is to coerce me into investigating a guest for
Quite right.
fraudulence. Quite right.
Excellent.
Yeah. Like, we don't need all the skill tree shit to come up with this, because just by talking to a guest, you could formulate these hypotheses. Like the okay. I feel like it's just a little over engineered. But again, this might be, I mean, this may very well be very complicated soon. So we might love the skill tree soon. So calm down, Pasami. We're good. Um,
So,
okay, so you know who I am. Indeed, I'm an investigator of my own
sort.
sort.
It would be foolish of me enter a new country and not read the papers, n'est-ce pas? As for my own investigation, I have focused on Madame Hazel Erickson.
Okay.
I'll get to the heart of it. She's an out-and-out fraud. About this, I have no trace of a doubt.
If I'm an investigator, I'm gonna be like, why? Why? Based on what evidence, dude? Why is she an out and out fraud?
My belief alone is not quite enough. I still lack evidence.
Good job.
Take this key. It will let you into room 19, Madame Erickson's room. There you can find something that proves the case. Of this, I'm sure.
What, are they gonna like put
What
it
makes you
that in
think
the
I'll do a
tree?
thing
Like, go
like
to
that?
room 19.
That's your job, is it not?
And also,
then
how are you
you'd
just
want
gonna
to keep your
give
presence here
another
for
guest a
weeks?
key to a
No?
woman's room? Like, Mr. Toussaint, you're ugh, too much.
You won't hear a thing further about your presence once you have aided. Here, the key. I shall see you back with the evidence inside the hour. Yes? Otherwise, well, I will have to make an announcement at breakfast.
So,
You will be out no long after, I assure you.
What is he blackmailing us for? So he's coercing us based on what? So we have to do this for you because of what? I missed something because I was clearly like complaining about something. Okay, so oh, so he's gonna like out us for investigating Evelyn's disappearance? Lame. Lame, Mr. Toussaint. Okay, so he's given us a key. We are being coerced to sneaking into her room to find evidence that she's a fraud so that we can help Mr. Toussaint. Otherwise, he'll make an announcement at breakfast that we are trying to find a missing person and like
And
rat
how
my
do you
ass
expect
out.
me to get into Miss Erickson? I believe I heard her discussing her plans with Monsieur Aufin.
Okay, so let's go eavesdrop. It's like the pop-ups. The pop-ups. It's more about me than anything, obviously. Like obviously I'm very distracted by pop-ups, but who isn't? Okay, so we're investigating room 19. Let's eavesdrop. God. I wonder if you like created this like you don't have to have a pop-up to say like, hey, you could eavesdrop on private conversations to discover more cues because he already told us we're going to eavesdrop. Oh Lord. And then there's an icon here to eavesdrop. Like, stop.
I'm sorry, sir, but do you have a pen I can borrow?
No, no use for one. Drudgery is a Nora's
Fact
tradition,
uncover. He
so
doesn't
I
have a
never
pen.
reach into them.
Like, stop.
Oh, it served me grand for my purposes. Do you want my chisel?
I want to go downstairs and examine the energy left by that poor bird before breakfast.
Bird for
Why?
breakfast.
I suspect there is something to be learned about our fortunes here. And if only I could have gotten to it before it was
What
clear.
happened to the
Aye,
bird?
well, I suppose some folks here have never gutted a bird to read its entrails before.
Is that some kind of Irish saying?
No.
No, like obviously you read its entrails.
You'll excuse.
Okay, Mr. Finn doesn't write, and I didn't see his name on the sign-in book. He must have been the person who marked his name with an X. I'll make a note of that. Where's the pop-up? Where's the pop-up? There they are. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. While investigating, you can learn characters' movements across the weekend. This information is learned by asking people, searching rooms, listening on conversation. Oh, there's a time. Game. Hey, game, do everything for us. Do everything for us. Lay out the skill tree of all the evidence and all the information that's like brought to us by interviewing people. Also, go ahead and make a fucking timeline of where people have been each hour. Oh my god. What? So here's this guy. It's okay, so it's day 2. Okay, so this is Ophin. This is the druid we've been talking to. So this is where he's been. So 5 reminders left. Okay. So this is telling me that if, say, Sunday, when is this fucking seance? Is it on Sunday? Hello? Grand seance. Okay, so here's the event. So that's on Sunday at dusk. Okay. So let's continue. Now we have a timeline, so like neatly organized for us. What is wrong with me? Like this game is making things easier for you. Like just accept the help, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so evidence, timetable. So where is this person going right now? So let's go to the timetable. And then here's Erickson. So she's at the atrium. So it's not going to tell us like necessarily like what their plan is unless we talk to them. So where is okay, she's downstairs because oop, ground floor. She's downstairs right now because she's investigating like a bird thing. Tell me why I want to like ask them about that instead of investigating the room. Okay, let's talk to her actually.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello there,
I
Hazel.
don't recognize you.
We haven't. I'm Declan Ward.
Mrs. Erickson. Hazel, if ever we should get so friendly. I'm a medium by trade, so naturally I had to come to this gathering. I'm hoping to pick up some new skills before the end.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Let's go ahead and just fill out our timetable. Okay, I'm going to the drawing room in the afternoon. Oh my god. So we're just updating her timeline right now. Okay. So Sunday, she's gonna be at lunch. Okay, this is fucking cheating. This is fucking cheating. Like, what? Okay, so studying the crash site. Oh yeah, so this is the bird she was talking about. As was mentioned, it is an omen. I thought perhaps it was best to see if anything could be learned in what remained of the incident. Sadly, the staff beat me to it, so there's not much to be seen here, I'm afraid. Okay, let's analyze her. So we have 3 observations. Here's a crest. Okay. What else? Here's a bracelet. Costume jewelry. Okay. What else? What else? And then she hides nervous energy well. Okay. Cool. I mean, normal stuff. Are we discussing this? As it's a comment make me more comfortable? I'm fine. Okay, sorry. Costume jewelry, let's discuss. Does your jewelry have a particular meaning at all? Oh, not in that there are symbols or anything of the sort, but different colors and stones are thought to have magical correspondences. It's almost standard as the mystic's attire. It's almost standard as the mystic's attire. It lets people know exactly why I'm here and what I do. Cool. Can I ask what crest you're wearing symbolizes? I'm a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. It's just a little way to let fellow members know they're among kin, you know? Ooh, look at all these topics. Look at all these topics added. So let's discuss that with her. Do you know anything about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? Like, she just told you she's representing it. We're a society of those interested in magic, especially the divine, what you'll hear called high magic. Right now, the Egyptian style is in fashion. Wow, Egyptian style. The society is based in London. You should see about it, you know, if you ever find yourself over there. Sure. Let's talk about the strange device. What do you make of this strange device in the atrium? Oh, the measuring device? It's very impressive, isn't it? I think it bodes well for the seance. Thanks. Let's talk about the grand seance. Since you're versed in the subject, can you explain what makes the seance different from any others? Of course, traditionally a seance has a host, a medium. That medium acts as a vessel for the spirits to commune through. Guests ask the ghost and it communicates back through the medium, hence the name. Here, Ms. Mantovani Here, Ms. Mantovani intends to try a new technique that will allow us to talk to the ghost and they to us directly. This is notable as it would remove any doubt from skeptics and so could provide answers to some of the fundamental existential questions we humans have. Okay, cool. Oh, didn't mean to ask her that. Sorry. Okay, let's leave.
I won't bother you anymore.
Goodbye now.
Okay, cool. So, what's this? If I go to mystery, oh, the skill tree. The skill tree. God, okay, press escape to skip the animation. My goodness. Okay, we need to investigate room 19. So let's go to timetable again. She's going to be in the atrium, so we better investigate now. Okay, bye. Bye. Nothing to see here, just running over to your room and invading your privacy. Where room was she in? 19. Okay, let's listen. I can't hear anything. It seems like anyone is on the other side. Let's look. Yep. Let's enter. This feels wrong. Okay, it looks like his room, but we are looking at, ooh, targets. Okay, Mrs. Deane's name is circled. That's suspicious. Ooh, let's look in the crystal ball. Nothing happens there. Let's open this. Ooh, some tarot cards. A standard deck of tarot cards. I can't see anything special about them. Pretty standard for someone who's a mystic, if you will. Let's see. This must be the society that she's in.
I'm running out of time.
Okay, we're running out of time. Chill. We got boots. Okay. Let me search. Okay, this looks like poison. This looks like poison. Ooh, something sinister. Okay, so that's the only dresser that, or drawer that we could open. Cool, cool, cool. Trash can, nothing in the trash can. Strange animal. Okay. This is a dress. Okay, that's stage clothing. Cool, pretty normal. What's this here? Ooh, here's her schedule for the weekend. We gotta update the timeline, everyone. Okay, let's see. Ooh, burnt paper. The remains of a letter from a contact telling her that she is magically void, meaning she cannot learn magic no matter how hard she tries. No wonder she burnt it. She's upset. Okay, what's this? Did we gather our evidence already? We don't know the combination? Why would we know that? Okay, I forgot something. That seems suspicious. So we gotta ask someone about that combination. Let's ask the guy who's wanting us to investigate her. Let's see here. Okay.
Hello again.
I want to discuss evidence. Let's discuss burnt paper with him. I found a scrap of paper indicating that Mrs. Erickson is a pariah. I thought it might interest you. It does, but a scrap, you say? Is the page complete? Is she named on it? She's not. Then it will not suffice. I do not think we could convince anyone it isn't forgery, however real it might be. Let's discuss the list of names. I discovered a list in her room with a name of guests on it. Okay, it doesn't prove anything. We know that. Interesting speculation, but yes, perhaps it is that I do not use magic, whereas Mademoiselle Deane, she is rumored to be a studied woman. Okay, interesting. Let's see, do you have any plans for the weekend? Oh my god. Let's just go ahead and update his timetable, everyone. Okay, you said you want to see her in action. Okay. You know what we need? We really need to get into that case, I feel. Any number of things, catching them in the act, but a record of their methods, a letter admitting that they're faking it, a confession. Okay, we'll know it when we see it. Observations. Oh, we didn't do this yet? Okay. Oh, okay. A notebook, alright. Cool, cool. Let's ask him about this. What does that crest mean? It's a society of psychical research, a grouping of curious individuals who try to apply academic rigor to paranormal situations. Interesting. Notebook in pocket. There's a lot to record. All right, we need, oops.
That's all.
Take care.
Okay, we need proof, but I feel like we need to understand her, the combination. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Are we just gonna ask her about the suspicious lockbox? Okay, let's. That is so stupid. Like, why would an investigate? Like, I'd be like, first of all, how'd you know about my lockbox? My suspicious lockbox? Yeah, what is it to you anyway, you fucking weirdo? Uh, okay. Timetable. We don't have a lot of time, so I think we need to look.
I won't bother you anymore.
Goodbye.
We need to look
Oh,
back.
sneering back.
Okay, we know. We need to look at documents to see like what, like maybe somewhere she wrote, she has it written down, the combination lock, right? Where would it be? I feel like I'm gonna fail. Maybe it's under your pillow? Okay, it's clearly not there. Something close to her. Let's go to our records. Let's go to our mysteries. Let's investigate a little bit. Okay, skip the animation. God. Okay, let's go here. A suspiciously large box, a correct series of letters. I wonder what would be close to her heart. Well, a crest, maybe. Okay. Cool. Maybe we could try the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. So maybe HOGD? Maybe? HOGD? That'll be crazy if that's it. Okay, HOGD. Girl. Okay. Some notes. Okay. Mr. O. Ooh. Place the sedated victim inside the ritual circle. Witchy. Candles, a knife, bog oak, everything required to carry out the ritual. Weird. Illuminatus magicus consumatio. Magic resides in the heart of the user. Consume it and you will take their power. What are these hoes up to? Oh my gosh, like Mr. Ward is freaking out right now because he's a man of God. Small stones with runes in them. Okay, let's close it. All right, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Definitely didn't just invade someone's privacy. Okay, let's act on this fool. And where is he exactly? Where's Mr. whatever? He's on the first floor. Okay. Mr. Toussaint, sir. The fuck are you, dude? Oh, hello?
Mr. Ward.
What troubles you? Nothing, girl. Nothing. Let's form our hypothesis, actually. Okay. Let's make our hypothesis. Okay, Hazel Erickson's goal is to consume the heart. Consume the heart of Evelyn to steal her magical abilities. Dude, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That is some wild accusations. Let's try.
Mrs. Erickson intends on murdering Evelyn Deane to eat her heart and steal her.
Why would you confront
Mr.
something?
Ward,
No, we shouldn't confront her yet. That's wild.
goodbye now.
Right? No, let's talk to the other guy. Where's Mr. Toussaint? I thought he was down here. Let's go back to our map. Where is he? He's on the first. Oh, he's on the first floor. Oh, he's on the first floor now. Okay, I don't want to confront her just yet. Like, let's just see if this evidence will suffice. Hey. Okay, let's discuss the evidence. Yeah. Surely this is nonsense. Yeah, reading a book on sacrifice is not the same as performing it, correct? If we know this is her plan and not academic in nature, then she would need to confess. She is unlikely to confess to me, but you perhaps? Why would she? Guys. No. Ritual pages. Okay.
That's all.
Take care.
Take care, monsieur. I feel like I need to talk to more people. This is crazy. Act on Etienne. I did I not? What does that mean? Act on him. Okay. Ichisan. Okay. I'm gonna investigate him. Cool. Okay, so I guess I already did that. Bro, okay, I'm going to confront her, but I don't feel good about it.
Mr. Ward,
I don't feel great about it.
can you, read minds? Or did you let yourself into my room to rifle through my belongings? Bad news for both of us, then. You can't say anything without giving yourself up as a thief.
Exactly.
Whatever it is, you're no mystic, so there's no way you can't understand. And to be kept from it by some abnormality. What's the reason? I've put the work in and nothing. Am I a soulless freak? Is that why?
No one is saying
Am I
that.
to be punished in this life and then again for eternity? Would you sit by and do nothing?
You're
Well, I
fine,
won't.
girl.
I'll have my heart, my powers, my soul, and all you get by
You're
saying
okay.
something is a nasty dealing with when I have them.
Okay.
Stay out of this, Mr. Ward.
Okay. That's hilarious. Good lord, this woman is insane, desperate, or both. Like, you're the one who rifled through her belongings, so let's just let's just chill, okay? Okay, what does action unlocked mean? Okay, her intentions. Okay, because we acted, no, we confronted, and now acting. Okay. Think, confront, act. Okay, there's more to be done here. Interesting. Okay, so act additional actions on the mind map. Okay, so let's go to my mind map. Oh, mind map. Okay, I've been calling it the skill tree because it looks like a skill tree. Let's go to Toussaint. Toussaint. Okay. Tell Mr. Toussaint about her confession. Okay, again, did I really have to go through the mind tree, the mind map or whatever to know that I have to go back to him to discuss this case? Like, no. I knew I had to do that. Okay, let's talk about her
Mrs.
confession.
Erickson has confessed to me. She is indeed a fraud. She has no magical powers. She seems to be incapable of using magic, in fact. Something that plagues her. To the point where she will perform a ritual to steal the heart and magical prowess from another ear.
What?
She is in dire need to feel magic. to have it, but also she fears that the reason she cannot use magic is a flaw in her soul.
She's
Wow.
blinded, of course, by our desires. Anyone who believes in a soul, especially in a manner so foul. Here, take my notes.
Oh.
Let her know that if she does this, not only it will stain her in her God's eyes for eternity, but also will see her hanged and raised to this oblivion she fears so much. She would be better served getting off this path now and finding more mundane solution. I am told one can cleanse her soul with coin. My record shows she certainly coined enough of that in her time.
He
As for
hates
you
her.
and me, Monsieur Wilde, our business is done. Whatever reason you're really here, your identity is safe with me.
Okay, that's fine, but now I pissed off someone
And as
else.
for this place, news of our plans has turned my stomach. I've had enough mysticism for this trip. I shall
And
be
then you're gonna
sitting
bail?
the seance out now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay. Alright, so he's no longer attending the seance. He has all the information he needs on Mrs. Erickson, which will also ensure she does not do something more terrible. More terrible. Okay. Alright, here's our weird contraption. The gauge decreased and a light went out as soon as Mr. Toussaint decided he was no longer attending the seance. What exactly is that device monitoring and why? Maybe I should convince another guest to avoid the event and see if this occurs again. Huh. Huh. Oh, hello.
Excuse me, sir. Is this your room? Number 4?
Yes, that's me.
Maybe.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. Just delivering this. No idea, sir. Anyway,
Ooh. Okay, cool. So, Sunday the 24th, she talks of her arrival at the manor. Everything seemed to go smoothly. Her writing is delicate and graceful, as was her signature. What are these 4 symbols besides the word supplies? Okay. Monday the 25th, it seems she bumped into somebody and was not pleased to see them. It looks as if she was to name them on the following page, but that information is now missing. Torn out, if you will. Tuesday the 26th, the night she went missing, she speaks of feelings of dread, and she doubts she will sleep that night. Her writing has become more erratic since she arrived at the manor. Huh. A sigil with dream scrawled next to it. I saw this in my dream. Did you dream it too? What does it mean? Did we have the same dream? What does it mean? Has anyone experienced anything similar, I wonder? If I could find even 3 people with similar experiences, then I could be sure there is something there. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? There's one more observation. I can't find it. There's one more. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. It seems some pages were torn out. Like, I see that. Thank you. Thank you, game. Let's go back. Ooh, this has left me with more questions than answers. Perhaps some answers lie in her reason for being here. Maybe I can find something related to that or otherwise useful by searching her room. But in which room was she staying? Great question. This is what we need to find out. Okay, so I'm gonna end it there. Let's save. And I want to pick this back up another time, but I'm gonna just share my thoughts really quick. So this is one of those games where I'm gonna have to just power through the tutorials and kind of suspend my annoyance of all of the like skill trees or the mind map shit, because I feel like it's a little patronizing. Like, I don't know if the mysteries the investigation is complex enough at this point to need such an elaborate mystery mind map type of tree and experience. For me, that and all the pop-ups are really, really, really distracting, especially since I'm playing in parallel. I'm playing Hotel Dusk, which is like the complete opposite of that. It's moody. Like, I love the animation in Hotel Dusk. The dialogue is hilarious. It kind of keeps me engaged, but it doesn't consistently and constantly pause with the mechanics of the game. Like, it just focuses on the mystery itself, the investigation itself, just the looking at different items, collecting items. There's even a really clever mechanic. If we're talking about mechanics of a game, there's a really clever mechanic where you're holding the DS like this, like a book, and there's a notebook in the start menu where you could like jot down notes. So for example, I'm in the lobby and I find like a piece of paper that has a code written on it. It seems that that code is really important. So with this really cool mechanic, I just like open up the notes option in the start menu and I write down the code in this note, like with the DS like stylus, which is so cool because at that point, like you actually, we talked about immersion earlier, but you're feeling like you're a detective writing down notes on your notepad in the form of a Nintendo DS. So, you know, there's that experience, and then there's like this elaborate, over engineered mind map skill tree type of thing that kind of takes away from the fun of investigating. And for something with a background in the occult, like the seance portion and like mysticism and having these dreams and even the druid lore, like that guy in the cloak talking about, you know, how he's formulated his own version of druidism. Like that's very interesting, but like it takes away from the lore a little bit when there's all these pop-ups for the game mechanic, if that makes sense. So anyway, this is my backlog and I have to honor it. And I gotta go through the game just however long it takes. And you know, like I said, maybe there is a purpose behind these incredible skill trees um, that will help us later when the investigation gets incredibly complicated. But so far, the puzzles aren't super difficult. The hypothesis that we've had to come up with, not super difficult either. You didn't really have to pay super close attention to the mind tree. You're just gathering information from the dialogue, which is what I like doing, which is enough, right? So, anyway, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I will finish this game, but I'll probably stream it on Twitch just so I could have like this continued dialogue and recorded like record of how this game is progressing for me because I find it really interesting. I find folklore very interesting. Obviously, I'm reading this book on fairies. So, again, I want to give the people, the developers, the attention they deserve. Truly, I'm cool with that. Well, with that said, thank you for joining me on Backlog and Chill. This game is promising, although I have my issues with it. But we've had a really interesting, like, immersive experience with my fragrance pairings. So thinking I'll do another video on pairing fragrances with experiences like video games. Otherwise, I'll catch you during the next one. Okay, bye.